Could you list what you've been called too much of, please, Erinn?
Weird, funny, small, because I'm fucking small.
Too small?
Yeah, because I'm 5 foot.
Okay.
You're too small. Erinn, you're so small, you're so tiny. So yeah, I can't help that, can I? I'm like, this is where I stopped growing. Loud sometimes. Too feminist. Yeah, those.
And can you tell us about some anecdotes where you, like, contexts where you've been told these things, how it made you feel, whether it changed you in any way?
My mum's hair colorist said she was too scared of me when I got my hair colored by her. Mum was like, "Why?" She goes, "That girl's just really feminist, isn't she?" And I was like, "Ah, lol." And then sometimes just like with friends or like ex-friends, they'd say to me, "Erinn, you're just a bit weird, aren't you?" I'd say something, I'd make an observation. Like this guy on the street, he looked like a white version of Salman Rushdie. He just did. I was like, that was like a white Salman Rushdie. And the first they're like, who is that? And second of all, why would you say that? That's weird. I was like, well, he did. So, I mean, have you not read Midnight Child? It's fucking great. And then, what else? Maybe sometimes not on the internet. People on the internet actually kind of like me, so it's fine. But yeah, I think then.
What do you take solace in when you've been called too much and you're feeling a bit shit or more empowered or whatever, or
usually
more rebellious?
When I've said something weird and I realise it got a bit of a strange or awkward reaction, I'm usually on like texting like to my best friend later, like, "Oh God, I said something really weird. I said this," and then they looked at me funny, and then they started a new conversation away from what I just said. And she's like, "But that's actually really funny. Like, what are you talking about? Like, we like you because you're weird. We're weird. That's why we're friends." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Then she gives me enough self-confidence to write it down and turn it into a joke, and then I put it on my Instagram.
Amazing. And how did you find the people that you felt comfortable with?
University, mostly. Online, actually. Like a lot of my friends I found through Twitter and Instagram. Some of my best friends are from there now. And kind of like writers courses and like comedy improv classes. I realised people think the same way, have that kind of leap in their mind into certain random areas, and it's okay because it's funny. So like just things outside of like normal settings, like going a bit further and thinking a bit outside of the box, and you'll find those people that you like.
Amazing. And if you can take all the things that you've been called too much of, what do you love about them?
I think the weird one. I like being weird. Like it's great. Like I've thought of things that no one else has thought of, or you know, it leads you to certain things. Like everything is weird. You know what I mean? Like you must have been weird to come up with the internet. You must have been weird to come up with like, you know, realizing you can drink milk from a cow. You could be that actually a little bit weird, and then we just get somewhere else, don't we? So yeah.
Yeah, so actually geniuses, weird people.
Yeah.
Weird people.
Also, like I'm really into astrology, and my rising sign, my moon sign, and my sun sign is the same as Princess Diana's. Yeah.
Oh,
So I was like, oh my God, I'm like destined to be just like full of drama.
Have you been to the cafe around the corner?
What?
It's the Princess Diana cafe.
Shut the.
Had my birthday there.
Oh my God, you're called Diana, and then that's
They're
that's so
really nice.
meta. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a bunch of pictures. I loved it. Oh my God,
Fuad,
R.I.P.
the main guy who owns it, lovely. Really lovely guy.
Oh, does he have an Instagram?
Don't.
They need to Instagram that place. They would love it because there's like a lot of Instagram things dedicated to like Princess Diana and her style and stuff. Like, oh gosh, she has a really good style. I feel like post-divorce Princess Diana had like the biggest dick energy. She had it. She was out of that institution. She was living her life, fucking whoever she wanted to fuck, and just did it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, what an inspiration.
I really loved it. I cried so much when she died. I felt like I was so young. I was like 7, but I think I don't know. There was, apart from the fact that I was also called Diana, I just felt like she was something, represented something.
Yeah, like my friend was like, "Oh, I heard
a
a really sad story the other day," but they didn't want to say it because it was so sad. And I was like, "Okay, from scale of 0 to like Princess Diana dying, how sad is it?" And she was like 8. I was like, "Fine, just say it." Like Diana was like national mourning.
Yeah.
Big levels of sad. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything, what else do you love about yourself?
I feel like my own mental health, whilst somewhat debilitating, actually has led me to certain things that have informed like my writing. So like sometimes my own anxiety comes up with random situations that would never happen, but then I realise actually those situations could be actually funny.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, I'll write that down. So
Yeah.
obviously, you know, having anxiety sucks, but the way that it makes you come up with the stupidest suggestions and the way that things could like turn out can actually be funny if you think about it in the right way. So like, oh, I'm going to go to a party. Oh my God, like I'm wearing a jumpsuit. What if someone walks into the toilet whilst I'm wearing this jumpsuit? I have to take the whole thing. Because when you wear a jumpsuit, you take the whole thing off, don't you? But what if someone walks in and I can't wear this jumpsuit? But that would be funny.
Yeah.
So that's fine. That would be fine.
Awesome. And how have your powers, like these things that people have been threatened by, like how did you? I mean, do you think that the people who have been called to something, they are threatened by you in some way?
I think so, but then I don't want to be like, oh, I'm so great. Everyone's threatened by me because I'm so great.
Well, I think it happens that you have 75 other women, people telling you, like other people that have had the same thing of being squashed because they have this amazing power and and they've been called too much. So it's not, I would think you there's lots of people behind you.
Okay. Well, maybe they are. Like, I mean, I'm quite relentless in being myself, and some people, for some reason, maybe their background, the way they've been brought up, can't be or don't feel very comfortable in being themselves. But I realise like life is short, and I'm the one living my life, and I want to be happy. And as long as my happiness isn't actually hurting people, physically, emotionally, or spiritually, then why can't I just do what I want? Why can't I just be myself? Some people are themselves, and they're dicks. That's just it. But like, I'm hoping that being myself, is not being a dick to absolutely everyone. Some people are going to be haters. Like, haters are my motivators.
Nice.
So, whatever.
Yeah. But how has your power helped you, and how has it helped other people?
I feel like it's helped me in like, making, I don't know, probably that person in the group that will like maybe lighten the load, or make something a little less full of tension. Like the other day, my whole family went out for dinner, and we were some of us weren't in the best of moods, but that day I was in a good mood. I was trying to make it fun and nice, and then a week later Mum was like, I appreciate you for trying to be fun that day when everyone was being miserable. And I was like, oh, yeah. That's nice, isn't it? Because I never really get complimented on that. I'm normally just like, everyone shut the fuck up. But I realised that people do like that about me. And on my Instagram, when I turn to my Instagram and like say the things that I want to say, or have things that are like floating around in my mind, and people like start liking it and commenting underneath it and tagging their friends, saying, oh my God, this is so us, and like, see, we're not the only ones. That makes me feel better as well, realising that other people relate to me. There are people out there that think the same as me. They might be in a different country, but they think the same, and I'm a little bit less alone in that, and that's always quite good and quite life affirming, I think.
Yeah, it's wonderful, and it must be the same for them as well.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And if someone in their like early teens came to you and was like, Erinn, I've been called too weird, I've been called too funny, I've been called too feminist, what would be your advice to them?
Oh my God, embrace it, like do it, like carry on being it. As long as you're not hurting anybody, as long as you're not like, being self-destructive in a way and being these things too much, then you should carry on and do it. Like maybe so many things can come out of it. You'll create a niche, you'll meet new people. Like my willingness to chat shit or say something a bit funny or extra has made me meet so many different types of people and made new friends. And if I hadn't met them, if I hadn't gone to that feminist meeting that night, I would have met one of my best friends and we would have become flatmates and things like that. So it's just like following your instinct. And if someone tells you too much of something, but in your like heart you enjoy doing that and like being that, embrace that, go with it. Don't let them like stomp on you or like crush that. Because at the end of the day, it's their insecurities that make you want to destroy that. I think in you, they don't like that, then that's the problem with them and their thinking, not yours.
Yeah, good advice. And if you could change the world tomorrow, what would you change?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
All the questions.
Cancel Brexit. bring down this heat because it's too hot, and I don't know, make everyone less judgmental. I think people's judgment and prejudices get in the way and lead us to horrible situations and policies and thinking. So I'd make the world less judgmental, less prejudiced. I'd probably do that if I could do that.
Yeah, definitely. And finally, is there anything else you want to share, from poetry to, if you want to stand up, to singing, to jump around like a kangaroo we've had, like anything at all else you want to share, or some more wisdom that you have?
I don't know what more wisdom I have, you know. I don't know, I just feel like, especially as a woman today, you have to be unrelenting. You have to like you know, fight for everything you believe in, and the people around you as well. I mean, like, it struck me the other day about just thinking about history and the way that we get taught history, especially like maybe in A-levels or GCSE, the things that we get taught on purpose. Things are left out on purpose. And I was thinking back to my own grandma and how she came to this country when she was like just a bit younger than me, maybe 22. I had a child with her. She was the Windrush generation. She came here, she has only ever worked 3 jobs, and they've been like, you know, 0-hour contracts, cleaning. She was never able to get an education, to drive, do any of those things. And she's such a smart woman. She's very shrewd. Like, people in my family would say, you're very much like your grandma. You're very shrewd in that kind of sense. She's very smart. And she never got the opportunity to fulfill her potential. And it just makes me so sad thinking about the women out there that can't do that just because they were women. You know what I mean? Like, we've contributed so much to this world and we don't get acknowledged for it. We get pushed down, we get erased. And I'm sick of that, and I'm tired of that. And I'm hoping with my Instagram, people will realise, you know, people don't even realise what ethnicity I am on my Instagram. They're like, you're Indian, didn't realise that. Or, you know, they know I'm a woman because the way I make period jokes. But there's the anonymity of that really takes away people's prejudice of what I should be saying. And so, because I don't put a face to it, they just think, is anyone saying this? They find it funny. They don't project anything else. They think that what should be said by that kind of person. So, I mean, I just want more women to be heard and more women to be acknowledged. Really, that'd be the dream.